Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to our first video extending off of one of our podcast topics. Episode 3, we talked a lot about social anxiety. There were a lot of things we didn't get to talk about. One thing in particular.
Well, we talked about social anxiety, but there's a big epidemic going around with young people, especially guys, males. It's the addiction to porn.
And how porn actually plays into social anxiety. How excessive usage of porn plays into social anxiety. And that's something we didn't get to talk about in the podcast, but it's a really important thing to bring up because it's something that I think most, or actually a lot of people don't want to admit that they do, but is directly contributing to their social anxiety.
Oh, of course.
So unless we talk about it, it's like...
Let's talk about our personal experiences. I mean, in college, I would just watch hella porn because I was in a long-term relationship and it was long distance. So it wasn't like I was gonna go out there. I mean, I'm never one of those guys that would ever cheat on my significant other.
Right.
So, you know, what alternative did I have really? Like porn, right? And so it was just like I fell into this cycle. It was just like constantly.
And even as a woman, I've watched porn, you know, and that's the thing too. A lot of women, maybe they don't like to admit that they watch porn or whatever. I used to like be really into it, and I think that it had a lot of negative effects on me. Not necessarily I mean, like I'm a, you know, heterosexual female, so it didn't really necessarily totally impact the way I saw women, but it did impact the way that I saw myself within relationships.
That's
and the way that I saw like myself within sexual experiences and kind of like...
What do you mean by that?
So for instance...
Like, did you feel like you had to live up to a porn star expectation?
Or I kind of felt like maybe that's what guys would be expecting, so then you kind of like play into that role because you feel like that's what they're expecting and that's how it's done, so you have to be this certain role, and you watch these videos that would turn me on too, and I'd be like, oh damn, like, so that's what's sexy. So if even I'm turned on by that, that must mean that that's the norm, you know?
Right. I mean, yeah, for guys, it affects you socially because you're conditioning yourself to think that every female you come across is gonna be this porn star, right? It's like you kind of, like, when you meet someone, you're kind of envisioning in your head already how you're fucking them. You know? Like, and it happens just like that because you're conditioned to think like that. You're watching these things, they're subconsciously conditioning you to think like that. And
so as a guy...
So, I mean, like, there's little indicators. Like, sometimes you won't be able to look a female in the eyes. You won't be able to shake her hand. You'll be really awkward around them. And it's not like when you're high and you're awkward around someone. Like, it's just not natural.
So
you have all these thoughts of like, man, I wish I could bend her over right now, or like shit like that.
So it's all about like...
It's all about sex. The end goal, then what happens is like the end goal of every... Like, the driving force behind every action is sex. Everything you say is getting this chick in a bed. Everything you do is about getting her in a bed. You see? Like, you're not having a meaningful connection. And
has that approach worked? Like, did you get a lot of girls when you were approaching them that way?
No, I mean, because like I said, I was in a long-term relationship.
But, you were in a long-term relationship, right, okay.
And it was, like, long distance. But, there were like times when we would be on like breaks and stuff like that, and it was weird. It was weird. Well, first of all, like, I hadn't been in the dating scene for like ever, so I didn't know what to do, and porn definitely didn't help, you know. So
how does porn, like... So here's the thing: when you're watching porn, think about what exactly it is that you're doing. Like, objectively, take the emotions out of it. You are sitting by yourself in a room with a screen. You're spending, and I don't know how much time you guys spend watching
You're
porn,
spending
but
time.
you're spending time alone in your room watching a screen to accomplish a certain feeling that afterwards you'll have nothing to show for. Like it's not like you're.
Oh my god, I felt like that so many times.
It's like you're using your time in a way that isn't building anything.
I mean, it makes you feel good then and there, like in that short amount of time. It's immediate gratification, right? But
you gotta work for things. It's like if you want to connect with women, you gotta put yourself in situations with women. You can't be behind a screen watching them. It's like,
right.
Like that's
exactly.
like how it plays into social anxiety. I feel like it gives people a false reality to where once you turn off the screen and you go in the real world, you have no idea like how to interact with people because you're so accustomed to this one way of interacting with people based off all these videos you've seen, that it's like when you're actually in the real world, you might feel more anxious because you don't have as much experience talking to people because you spent most of your time behind a screen watching videos or something. I don't know, what do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, so exactly what you said.
And another thing too is that, okay, so in the moments when you're not in a relationship.
Okay, like right now.
Like right now, are you watching porn?
I haven't in the past 2 weeks. So, I mean, when I have masturbated, it's been like just memories or like, you know, memories. Imagination, that's it.
And so when you, like, so what do you think it is that, like, okay, what made you want to stop watching porn? Or as regularly as you were? What made you decide to watch it less?
So, I mean, I gradually just cut down on it. And it was after we had a conversation about just like how much porn do we watch and stuff like that. And it was at the beginning of the year. I was going through this whole sobriety thing. So I cut off refined sugars, alcohol, coffee, literally every distraction. And obviously porn was one of them. So from there, it started this cascading effect of like me being more in touch with like my body and stuff like that. Then like, I mean, every now and then I would watch it, but it wouldn't be like before in college. Sometimes I'd skip school just to like stay in bed, like beat off and just like go to sleep and take naps. But it's because I was depressed, you know?
Gotcha.
So like, for me, when I was depressed, being like having that immediate gratification and release of like, because when you masturbate, you get this rush of some sort of chemical that makes you feel good. I don't know if it's serotonin or whatever it is, but oxytocin, whatever. But it makes you feel good, right? And so so just me being sad, I needed to feel good, and that's what made me feel good. And now, let's look at my life now. I get pleasure from other things. I derive it from boxing class, when I go running, eating healthier.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, the sexual energy is so powerful. Sexual energy is so fucking powerful. It can manifest the most incredible things. And it's like, if the moment we feel the sexual energy, if we're just like masturbating it by watching porn, then like it goes away. It's like the energy's gone. It's been eaten. Like, we can use this energy to channel toward, like, sexual energy is creative energy. You can use that energy to actually bring something into creation, into the real world, that you'll have like something that people can enjoy, people can get some type of value from. And even if you don't create anything, you know, just even if you use that energy to go for a run or to go and have a new experience, the point is that you shouldn't, if you're using your energy to be by yourself in a room staring at a screen, that's going to keep yourself in that cycle of social anxiety.
Right.
Social anxiety is not something that you're going to solve by the same habits that led to the social anxiety. You can't keep watching I mean, I don't know. It's like it's never all the way one way or the other. But
yeah, I mean, you have I like that. That's good. Like the analogy I would use is, you have a budget of energy every day, and you have to be wise on how you spend that. So if you spend it behind the screen just watching porn, you're not gonna want to do anything else after. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, and just like physiologically, men, it's a big cause of erectile dysfunction.
Really?
It's a big, desensitizes your brain and your genitalia. So if you're having trouble getting it up in bed, it's why stop watching porn. Like it's as simple as that. Just stop, and then.
And so when you stopped watching it regularly, how did it change your relationship to women, to your approach to women, your approach to relationships? Like, what did it do for you socially?
So, I mean, like, I didn't see, like, women as just, like, fucking sex dolls or, like, pussy holes.
Oh,
like,
God.
That's just what happens. You become conditioned to, like, be like, oh, dude, like, any little thing they say, oh, I think she's into me. Like, I'm in, dude, I'm in. I can hit this. But it's sometimes just, dude, they're fucking, everyone's a human. You're, like, whatever, right? And they might be saying something cool. That doesn't mean they're into you. That just means they're a cool person.
Right.
And you might be missing that, just because all you care about is titties and ass.
Right.
And pussy.
But, like, I feel, so there's definitely that end of the spectrum, which I've, like, experienced, like, I've experienced guys like that who... You can tell that they're operating from a certain mentality, a way of thinking about women, But it goes the opposite end of the spectrum, too. I feel like there are guys also who watch tons of porn, and it completely has inhibited them from approaching any women at all. Because they see them as, like, foreign objects.
Oh.
They see them as,
it's, like, unattainable, so why bother?
Unattainable or, like...
So why bother when I have this, like, virtual...
When I have this virtual reality in front of me that I can get off to just at my choosing, at the click of a button, I don't have to put any effort in, then why even put myself in a situation where I could experience rejection or where I could be uncomfortable or I could, like where I actually have to rely on my personality to... connect with this woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I feel like, and it's not a bad thing if you're in that place right now where you feel like the amount of porn that you've watched has made you feel like you don't know how to approach a woman or you don't know how to approach relationships, or if you're a woman who watches porn, you feel like you don't know how to approach guys or whatever. Like.
I think you just need to form a healthy relationship.
Recognizing that that's what it is takes the pressure off of you. Because it's like, oh, it's not actually my personality. It's the fact that I've been doing this habit that has this effect.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes it so that it's not you that's the problem. It's a habit that you have that's the problem. Which makes it so much easier to get rid of. Because it's like... If you knew that by stopping watching porn, it might improve your ability to have social interactions, then maybe it'd be easier to stop doing it, as opposed to thinking that I'm just not a cool, interesting person. That's why I can't, connect with these people.
I mean, shit, you'll have more time to stop being boring if that's really what you think. Like, you'll have more time on your hands. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And also for the women out there who do watch porn and everything, I just want to talk a little bit about how, like, watching it affected my own attitudes towards my body and towards, like, what I thought guys wanted and towards, like, relationships and everything. Like, like, I got so critical over myself and over my body and, like, how I felt like, okay,
you weren't meeting expectations?
Like, yeah, or like, should I shave? Should I not shave? Or like, all women, like, there's no hair anywhere, And it's like, damn, like, so that's how I'm supposed to be too? Or like, is that what he's expecting? Or just weird. Like...
Yeah, the whole no hair thing, like, I think personally no hair is weird. But, I mean, just don't use teeth. That's it. Like, just don't fucking. That's it. Like I don't fuck any other expectation than that. Just that's it. This podcast just got real.
For sure. No, for real though. Like, and I don't know if this is something that. I mean, and the thing is that porn, it finds its way into lots of other parts of our culture that even aren't just porn. Like, it finds its way into, like...
Just, like, the sexualization of things.
The push-up bra, Victoria's Secret, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's, like, the little, like, things are, like, the commercials to get, you know, like...
Like a fucking burger. There's, like, commercials of, like, really hot models
Simpson,
just, like...
eating her burger.
Like, burger juice is dripping down my tits. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the burger good or not? Like, it'd be a really nasty burger.
Right, or like...
Are you telling me that if I buy this burger, Jessica Simpson's gonna come out and just drip it all over his tits? 'Cause I'll buy that burger, that's what's gonna happen, but it's not.
Well, you have the commercial. You just watch the commercial.
Right, Jesus.
No, don't take the virtual. What's that?
Everything's sexualized.
Everything's sexualized.
So you gotta realize we're being conditioned to consume shit, and one of the appeals that they're appealing to is sexualization.
And they're appealing sexualization and your insecurities. They're appealing to your insecurities, the things that you already are feeling like you're struggling with. The media and porn, whatever is being given to you by the mainstream, is meant to fuel your social anxiety and meant to fuel your insecurity, so that you're constantly like looking in other places to fulfill yourself instead of looking like within yourself. It's saying, oh, you're not satisfied with this, so get some fucking breast implants. Oh, you're not satisfied with your dick, take some fucking like whatever pills.
Dick implants. There's dick implants.
No, shut
there
up.
There are dick implants, girl.
Shut up.
Yes.
Dick implants? I've never even heard of this.
Yep.
And for the guys watching out there who've like been tainted by what you've seen in porn, like you're afraid of like, am I big enough? Am I not big enough? Girls don't give a fuck. We just care about like how you make us feel like emotionally like in the situation, and how and communication, you know, communication, like if I communicate to you, it feels good to me, and then you're able to fulfill that based off of what I'm telling you, you know, then it's good.
But also scientifically,
yeah,
just like there's small dicks and big dicks, there are deep and shallow vaginas. So just because you've like gone in and been like, oh my god, am I small? Yeah, it might just be like a compatibility thing.
Yeah, you know? For
so,
sure.
Like, I mean, scientifically, I'm just saying what science.
Vic's the science side of everything. Yeah.
So yeah, stop watching fucking porn. Stop being boring. Go do something.
Make yourself into a person who you would be attracted to.
Right. Exactly.
Like become the type of person who you feel like would be able. Just be attracted to yourself. Like be the type of person who you are attracted to. And that's the other thing too. It's like for the guys out there, or women out there, everyone out there who feels socially anxious, who feels like they can't go up and talk to this person because, you know, they're worried about how they are and if this person's going to reject them or not. Be attracted to yourself. Find that, like, the things that you like about another person are things that you see in yourself.
Yeah.
When you see someone else and then you feel attracted to them, it's not them. It's the feeling that they brought up in you that you like. Like, you like feeling attracted to something. But if you can find a way to bring up that same feeling for yourself, by yourself, without an external stimuli, that will make you attractive.
Would you rather talk to a guy that's just being himself, or who's saying all Like seduction.
The art of seduction.
The game.
Yeah, the fucking game.
I've read the game.
Oh my god. Like, I would not want to keep me away from those
Drop
guys.
subliminals.
What?
Yeah, dude. It's like, you'll be like, oh yeah, addict. And then they'll be like, wait, what? Did I just hear dick? and like you're subliminally like.
Are you shitting me right now?
No, that's a thing.
So
that's
thirsty, so fucking thirsty.
That's a thing that happens. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm telling you, yo, like some people dedicate their lives to getting laid.
Wow.
Like that's it, and I don't agree with it. But whatever, right? Like.
What are your thoughts on virginity?
I mean, what do you mean? Like it's just.
Are you for
like by choice or like?
By choice. I mean, are you saying like? So we've been talking a lot about.
I think that's like respectable as fuck.
What do you think about virginity and how it relates to porn?
Well, in porn, like virginity, it's always like, oh, 18-year-old girls, first time on camera.
No, I mean like.
Oh
okay.
Wait, what?
I mean like Okay, because the whole point of what we're talking about right now, right, is like you want to cherish the actual experience over a virtual experience.
Right.
And so for people out there who wish to remain virgins until they find true love, how are they getting out their sexual energy?
Wow. Okay, damn.
You
I
know?
mean, you know what? I'm not really sure. I'm not as educated on that as I should.
I mean, maybe it's just something where you can also just use your imagination and things like that to get you off.
I mean,
but
if
even
you don't
your
want to have sex, I mean, is oral sex?
I don't think so, but I don't know what other people would define it. I mean, I feel like...
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. The thing is, like, I just wonder...
You dry hump or something.
Dry hump.
Right, there you go. Dry hump.
Nothing like a... Never mind.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god.
Nothing like a good dry hump.
Right. Or a good penis implant.
Oh god. That's so weird.
Like the size of a fucking forearm. Why?
That would hurt.
You want that
would hurt.
Of you?
No.
Like...
The size of a forearm.
I don't know. Yeah. So, man, we covered a lot today.
We covered a lot, Snake.
Oh man.
Hope you guys got something out of this.
There's more to life than sex. Okay.
There's more life than porn.
Sex
is actually everything. Sexual energy is everything.
I like it. Yeah.
You know.
But man. So I'm done with the random hookups, like Tinder, that's gone, all of that. I actually I want the next time to actually be really, really meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to say that it's getting really, really hard to stick to that principle, pun intended. Because, I mean, it's sex, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
So...
But it's the thing, it's awesome when it's with someone who you connect with.
Right, it's way, like, in my opinion, it's way better.
I've had sex that people I didn't connect with, and it felt good, but afterwards I also felt kind of empty afterwards, just like...
I felt kind of guilty.
Yeah. Guilty?
Mm-hmm.
Guilty, like, in the sense that...
Like,
guilty because, I hope she doesn't want more? Or,
right,
okay,
exactly.
Okay.
Like, I think I let her on. And I should have, that.
Gotcha.
But also, like, I don't know. I've never really been one for random hookups anyway. I've been in a long-term relationship for a while, and like you said, that was always meaningful. Like, so I think that, I'd rather wait and form that meaningful experience again.
But like you said, it's getting tougher.
Right, it's getting tough. Masturbating, I do it every now and then. And like they said, the porn I haven't watched in like 2 weeks. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the reason why I still masturbate and stuff like that is to remove that blockage of like sex.
So just to get the energy out.
Release the energy.
So you can focus.
So I can focus on what I really want to do,
Yeah, I feel that way too sometimes. Like sometimes when I'm really horny, I always tell myself this, like, okay, the next time I get really horny, I'm not gonna masturbate. I'm just gonna work on a project.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it never happens. It's like, no, I'm fucking horny. I just want to like fucking like masturbate right now, and I just do it, you know. But it's like but I shouldn't. I'm like curious to see like how that horniness would manifest if I channeled it towards a project.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever tried dancing it out?
No, I have. I've never tried like dancing while I'm horny. I'm sure it would just come out looking like a stripper or something though.
Maybe, who knows? You'll never know.
Nothing wrong with strippers, by the way. But
oh, I love them. So.
I mean, I just feel like we already talked about how sexual energy is a creative energy at its core. I mean, sex, you know, the energy is there to produce a being. And it's like, if we take that same energy and channel it towards something else, what can we produce?
So instead of producing a human, you might be able to produce
art. You produce something. You produce a new invention. You produce a new idea. You produce some type of event, some type of community organization, whatever. You know, you produce something.
Yeah, channel it into something else.
So yeah. Some lingering thoughts about social anxiety and how porn's related to it. Hope you guys got something out of hearing us talk. And we're gonna do more videos like this.
Of course. And stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You know, check out the website for more information if you ever need any updates. It's the hub for everything: podcasts, videos, events.
Website's gonna be in the link below, so check it out.
Yeah, I don't know, I think that's it, right?
That's it. Stay tuned and see.
Ela se mexe, rebola, me bate com a bunda dela, igual chiclete. Nossa, gostosa como a Nugala, me dá de volta, vai. Volta todos os dias, como no seu trabalho, cavaleiro.